Okay, and once again, we are going to go ahead and start working. We have the template set up. We have our basic framework set up. What we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get a good backup. Now, once again, I'm using this old key that I'm going to update for security reasons. I'm going to log in with admin here. I'm actually going to change my login as well. I'm going to create a new user account with a set of credentials that aren't known on the internet, and I'll actually just disable this. I'll only use this user whenever I am not actively recording videos and everything. Once again, for security, even though I'm out here, giving this knowledge out for free, this just having a website that is popular makes me a target. So, always be worried about security, because you're never safe. I hate to say it, but the paranoid are the ones that don't get hacked. Know that from experience. So back to backups here. Joomla Pack is awesome. Okay, joomlapack.net. This is going to allow me to not only create backups but manage archives, exclude files from my backups, and the coolest thing that I've seen yet, create kickstarts. So basically, whenever you have about 133 websites and counting like I do, it tends to get a little time taking, right? A little time consuming, managing and installing and setting up that many websites. Okay, so what I do is I use the Kickstart feature of this, and I'm just going to walk through the installation and the backups now, but I will go through the Kickstart here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and extract these files and get it. I'm going to pause the video. Okay, so what I've done here is I've downloaded the all-in-one Joomla Pack here, and I've extracted it. So this is going to give me version 1.5 and 1.0. We're dealing with 1.5 right now. So what we'll do here is we'll go back over to the extension manager and we will browse to this extension, and this is going to be under my backups and security. Once you start getting a lot of plugins and dealing with Joomla a lot, you'll want to organize all the stuff you download. So select that file, we'll go ahead and upload and install it. I'm going to go ahead and pause this while it installs. Okay, and that only took a second there. So now that we have this installed, so this is actually going to be a component. So we're going to have our own, interface, administration interface here for it. So I'll just give you an overview of how to use the Joomla Pack. Once again, you have to have appropriate permissions to install it. If you're not sure how to set up the permissions or you get an error, just review the security file system security page that we have here. So I'm just going to give a brief overview here real quick. Under the options here, you have different configurations and everything. As far as what compatibility modes you're using, what kind of installer package you want. So these default settings are really going to be pretty good for just creating an initial backup. So what we want to do, we just want to make sure we have a good backup of all the stuff that we just configured. So we're going to go ahead and back up the entire site here. Okay, that's going to back up our database, and it's going to create an archive file with our entire installation and the database in it. Now this is great because if we ever need to revert from say we were to install something that totally jacked our site up, we have good backups. So I suggest that you guys make a good backup before and after you do any component, plugin, module, any more big changes. Do a backup before and afterwards. Trust me, it will come in handy down the road. Okay. Also, right now, what we have configured, we have SEO set up, we have JSecure set up, we have Alpha Toolbar, we have Joomla Pack, all these components installed, we have the template and everything. Okay, let's say I want to start a new website, just like the internetceo.com, but I want to create, say keithross.co.uk, right? I want to basically duplicate the Internet CEO, but I want it to be for the UK. I can then create a Kickstart file, and the Kickstart file is going to allow me to basically roll out the entire installation that I have right now. All I have to do is go in and modify the configuration.php to point to my new databases and everything, and just run the Kickstart, and I'll have a whole nother video on that, so just look for that. It'll be the next video that we do. And so under the administer backup files here, we can look at the backups that we created. Definitely want to download this locally or store it on a server. Just have it somewhere, somewhere other than on one server, right? You always want to have multiple backups in multiple places, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just download this backup here, and that'll wrap it up for this video. So we will go over the Kickstart and some other security stuff here in the following videos. Please feel free to send any questions that you have to k@theinternetceo.com. Thank you.